somehow I still feel like you're gonna get nannered because
Yeah.
I don't think it was that. I think they keep reporting you.
Yep. My first account, which is surprising that it's taken that long.
Um, Bunny, we are called.
Yeah, Donk has done the Yahtzee salute. Like there's Facebook pictures with it. I will show it real quick just so you can get context here.
So Dunk hangs out with a group ran by Maddie, Petty, and Nerdy. They have been aware of his Yahtzee history and behavior, as well as some other problematic behavior. Since September, I'm wondering, how is he going to be like a Yahtzee and then also claim to be native?
I just wanted to confirm. I've just spoken with this person. I won't say who they are. Just the validity of what's been going on. And this person isn't someone that I want to bring into the space. But they have confirmed that Donk is not a part of the Mongrel Mob gang. Never has been a part of a chapter. Hasn't worn a patch. Never will be. So essentially, they've said go hard.
Okay.
They have begun swaying the last few years. They've kicked a lot of their YT a premise. I'm just going to say a premise. I don't want to get you banned. People out of their gang and much more Māori focused. And they're bringing it back to what it was supposed to be, which was not based on Yahtzee ideology. So they've said go hard. And if you need help, they will be there. They won't be doing it through TikTok, though. They will just go and visit Donk in person.
Very much.
We appreciate you looking into it.
That's all right. Like I said, I'm not going to let some Yahtzee bitch use this shit on my culture. It's disgusting.
To catch you up, Unhinged, Minxie, my last September, at least since September of last year. Sorry, correction, November, since at least November of last year.
They're all in the other phone.
The native something.
The Native Anarchist is one of their accounts. I'm trying to let everyone up as possible. I'm going to avoid the picture because they keep reporting my backup accounts. Asmina, I know you and I don't exactly get along. You're more than welcome in here.
Okay, we need to choose an account and stick with the account. And if the account gets taken down, we need to choose a backup account and stick with that backup account. Because this is becoming too much. We're bouncing around from live to live to live to live. I feel like I'm a fucking rag doll. I can only imagine how Bun feels right now. It's tiring. It's tiring. It's tiring. It's tiring.
So, Alex, now that we got everyone here, do you want to reiterate what you were sharing about your findings with the Maori people? If you stepped out, I can tell everybody. They're not affiliated with that Maori gang, so they pretty much gave the go-ahead to speak on them as much as we want.
Ooh.
They even offered to...
No shade. I was going to do that no matter what.
Yeah.
With all due respect, I was going to do that no matter what.
They offered to pay Donk a visit, though.
Ooh.
Please,
If you
please.
recorded, I'll put money on it. If you recorded, I'll put money on it. Swear to God. I mean that.
Bun said, I want to crowdfund a documentary
Listen,
of the
we can get that
experience.
going.
Yes.
We can get that going ASAP. I'm serious. What do you need today? You need like lodging, food. What do you listen? But you have to have a tripod so you
Not
can.
evil Maddie.
I
No.
want a tripod. I want
Evil
to.
Maddie is an icon. Though I do want to say one of my friends has peeped the actual Maddie watching the live.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Come up, bro. What are you waiting for?
One time,
You're not
she
gonna get away from
was
this.
she was so obsessed that she was streaming my live in her Discord.
She's been doing that for
She's
weeks.
Maddie, just come
she's
up.
like
Don't want
obsessed. She's
Maddie,
truly just obsessed.
Maddie, come up. We just want to talk. We just want to talk. That's all. Promise. Nobody's gonna hurt you, Maddie. Nobody's gonna hurt you. We just want to talk. We just
The
want to talk.
fucking fragility.
Very much so. Very much so. I don't get it. Anyways, y'all better like and share the live. What's going on?
If you don't like
Yes.
instead of live, I'm gonna
Lumps.
do like Bun did, and I'm gonna start muting motherfuckers.
Yes, it's so.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God! Finally, I was like, something feels wrong. I don't know what it is, but I'm glad it was fixed. Listen, if I see you in the live commenting, but I don't see you liking, like I see May's liking, Monroe's liking. Oh, also, if you're not liking, you're on Donk's side. So remember that.
oh
Oop,
my god.
oop. Nope, 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 nope,
I'm
nope, 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 nope.
You
eating.
better start lagging.
I'm
Um
eating.
so
I just think it's so funny how fast the lights go up when that gets said.
So, mommy, she does like to play the whole I don't participate in call out lives, and she loves calling them pathetic and childish, but then she's in her Discord, like, showing the call out lives against her. Because she knows they're true.
Damn, Bun, you're good at this. It went from 3,000 to 7,000 in like 2 minutes.
Have to.
Damn.
Yeah. Look, nobody wants to be associated with that kind of shit, right? People.
Right.
Eating. So you're not getting likes out of me because I'm eating.
That's fine. This is a backup account, so. But it still
Yeah.
gets views.
You have too many fucking accounts, Echo. And
Monroe,
Monroe comes at me about my accounts and how many accounts I have.
There's only 4.
How many do you have, Liz?
That y'all need to know about? 3.
Oh,
Yeah, talk
well
about
then,
it. 3
well then,
that you need to know about.
well then I can't say shit. I have more than 15, but less than 100.
Listen, I will say when you own your own website and your own domain, you can make as many emails you want and as many accounts as you want.
Also, mail.com is good for that kind of thing.
All of my backups don't have an actual email to them. If you make them on mobile and you just type in random letters at gmail.com, it still goes through.
wait, legit? Seriously?
Yeah, that's how all of my other accounts are made.
Iconic. I love that. Monroe, do you want to come up? I can drop.
Monroe.
I'm cycling through all my accounts looking for the appeals.
Okay.
Y'all like share so many lives to my backup accounts.
Sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
Oh my goodness, is my fucking filter really this like frustrating for people? Do the fireworks then.
It seems odd to me that what I was trying to say was Maddie was saying she wants to make a inclusive and safe space for marginalized communities and minorities. But every time shit's been brought up to her, it gets black people blocked from her server and shit and discords.
Yeah, when
And
I did it, they
it's
tried to
like,
call and diagnose me when I did it. When
mhm.
everybody else did it, they got removed from their server. So y'all don't listen to BIPOC communities whatsoever.
This is how performative people are fucking harmful to us all the fucking time, and then y'all motherfuckers wonder why we don't want to mess with you. Maybe gather your own people.
I can't with people.
Can I have the names of the? Because I've really just been following on behalf of a couple of friends. Can I have the names of the people you said were platforming? Was it Artemis, Maddie?
Petty, nerdy, petty.
It's Maddie, Petty Pretty Pagan,
Yeah.
Nerdy. There's also I don't know. I know there's a couple others.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm just wanting to make sure that these people aren't aligned.
Wait, are you talking about the ones that Iris mentioned, Alex?
Yeah.
Okay. In the top left was Donk. Top right was Maddie.
Yep.
Bottom left is Petty. Bottom
Yep.
right is Nerdy. And in the middle is the,
The salute.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite interesting. Talking to my, I will say source. This person is notorious in Christchurch for, how do we say it? Showboating these Māori Tamoko designs and having no affiliation and being heavily affiliated with white supremacy nationalists in that city. And that city is, it would take 2 seconds to Google search, but that city in itself is very racist.
Wait, so you can tell me that. Okay, and this is referring to Donk, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Uncle James, this dude at Donk, who I think you might have seen before, it turns out the dude's a white supremacist.
Yeah, and has no affiliation to the Māori culture, and is not Indigenous, and is not an Indigenous native.
Wait. I fucking knew that. I mentioned to somebody earlier. So Donk is not Indigenous?
No, they are not. They are not Indigenous. They have no ties to the Māori culture, and also to my suspicions earlier, the gang that I had mentioned, they have said they have no idea this person ever being enrolled. Not enrolled. Sorry, that sounds like a school. Being patched up with the Mongrel Mob gang, and in Christchurch is well known for being of whitey supremacist ideology.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, yeah, no.
Is there proof that they're not Indigenous? Because I'm not gonna let like random people run around saying that they're not
No,
Indigenous.
that's what I'm gonna ask.
Random people, and I'm also not dropping this person's name who gave me the info because
I'm
they
not
are
asking for the
a part of
person's
this
name. I'm
gang.
asking if there's proof.
They are part of this gang, and I'm not going to drop the info that they gave
Okay, I
me.
really don't care about the gang. I'm asking, is there proof that Donk is not Indigenous?
I'm of
Second, everybody, please.
Please, hold on.
Y'all start yelling, please. I need y'all to not yell. I don't know why this game keeps being brought up, but I do know little research I have seen about Donk. They have spoken out about issues in their community. It seems they're actually kind of known for it. So I think saying that.
I just said earlier that they weren't affiliated with certain
This seems really iffy water to be on right now, friend.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest too. Like, didn't you say earlier that Donk wasn't affiliated with this gang?
Yes, I'm just saying this now. I've said the same thing the whole time. You're not hearing me.
No, you just said that they were.
No. I just said they weren't. It must
No,
be
you
my
actually
accent.
just said they
I'm
were.
from Aotearoa. You must be mishearing me.
I,
I've said that they are not affiliated with that gang. I said it before
Can
when I
you
first
can
spoke
you
up on the
send
panel.
some can you send something to like Echo to like verify this for us? Because we can't just sit on here and spew bullshit.
yeah, and can I also just ask, why did you need the names of Petty, Maddie, and Nerdy and everybody?
Cat. So
Because I'm
earlier,
part of certain discords, and I want to make sure that they're not in my
and
discords.
and, and also,
Okay.
Cat. Iris did ask if anybody can do it, and he actually drew out how he wanted it. So that is what Alex was asking about, and I have
Yeah,
and
that's
I
fine. I understand that we're talking about how dangerous this gang is and stuff. What I'm not understanding, and like, I'm gonna call it out. I don't know. Apparently, everyone's thinking it. I'm gonna just say it. Why are they so dangerous, but you have connections to them? I'm very confused about this.
Because not from Aotearoa, you don't understand the culture.
That's
You
totally
don't
fine, but
understand.
it feels a little bit weird that you're like talking about the fact that we can't say anything about them because it's dangerous,
No, it's
but
not that.
then
It's
you're
not
saying
saying
that you
nothing.
have a
It's not saying
source.
nothing. It's actually not saying nothing about it. You can do what you want. I'm just saying, like, with any gang, with any group that is dangerous, you do have to be careful, and that's all I'm trying to say. And I'm not sure
And that's
why.
totally fine, but I'm also going to be honest with you. Like, I don't like these women, but there's no shot in hell I'm going to set any woman up to be in danger. I don't give a fuck what. Can I finish?
hold
Hold
on.
on. Hold
No,
on.
no, you
Hold
can't,
on.
because you're
Let
implying,
me
you're implying something.
We're just not doing it. We're just not doing it. We're just not doing
let me
it.
finish my
Yeah.
fucking
So
sentence.
I think it's important to recognize that we're talking about Maori culture, and Alex is from there, so it's a different cultural context there. They're talking about a gang that's heavy into Maori history and the culture, and there's been like the neo-Nazi infiltration there, and Alex was saying they're trying to clean that up, and they have contacts in there, so it's just a different culture thing.
You know,
And that's totally fine, but what I'm saying is she said herself that they have ties here. And now she's asking for all of these women's names, and I just simply don't feel comfortable with it. It just gives a weird vibe.
Yeah,
No.
two
Hold on.
separate things. Two separate things done.
Yeah.
But what Alex was talking about is the YT supremacist people that are very much ingrained into culture out there, and they were the ones trying to move into the gang. They have connections to other YT supremacists here. They're not who Alex is talking to. Okay.
Yeah.
And Alex asked about the names because Irish was asking to do a background with 4 specific people. So it was just two things at once going on.
I mean, and that's fine, but we've also got the
Wait a
secondhand
minute.
info about
Cat,
the they're not indigenous and
cat,
stuff. All
cat,
right, fine.
cat.
Are you for real?
So
Why the fuck are you yelling at Cat like that?
I was. I have repeatedly said, cat, cat, cat. Please hold on. Okay. Clearly, she was not hearing me. What do? Mute her again? I mean, Echo just repeated what I said 30 seconds before. 30 seconds before. How could she not hear that?
And I'm just going to say, in the comments saying that I'm ordering a hit, that is why the TikTok handles or the Discord handles, so that I can, one, keep them out of the spaces that I am in, because I don't want that white supremacist shit in there, to get them out of their spaces. I don't want them in my spaces. Any of these people. So that's
May I
the
speak?
The second thing is, I'm not ordering a hit on anyone. I'm speaking as someone who comes from Māori/Pacific Island culture. That is all. And I really feel it's just kind of hilarious to me that everyone's talking on things they don't really have an understanding about. Like, they haven't lived in the culture that I have. That's all. So I'm going to drop because clearly everyone here knows more about this than I do. Echo,
No, Alex, please, please don't. Like, this is the cultural representation is important to me, and I think that's where you can fill in some of the context there. I think people were very taken off by the use of the word like gang and what was going on there.
Yeah, no.
and
So
I apologize.
the whole thing isn't about the cultural representation, right? Like, we're. I'm glad you're up here trying to represent the culture, and I completely understand that you're trying to represent the culture. But the whole point that like we were trying to get at, or at least that I was trying to get at, because I can only speak for myself, is that we're making statements that whatever connection you have, is saying that Dunk isn't indigenous, and I'm not okay with indigenous erasure, especially if this person does.
Indigenous erasure, being Indigenous myself. All I'm saying is that this person, the tattoos that they have, they are directly implicating my culture, my iwi, my these tattoos, which they have no business wearing in the shit that they are doing. The whitey supremacist shit that they are doing, they should not be wearing these tattoos. That's where I'm trying to come from. And I'm sorry if I offended anyone, but this has been happening for so long in my country and everywhere else too, that it gets to a point where you get a little fucking tired of it.
Can I speak real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just going to. I was going to respect Echo space here, but can we maybe not bring up gangs? It is very dangerous.
Where I was coming from, but I will not mention that again, and I'm sorry to anyone in the panel that I upset or by bringing this up. But it wasn't
Wait, can I just ask? Did Alex just basically say that Donk may not actually be indigenous? Is that all that happened?
Yes, that's exactly what she said. She said from the people that she talked to that did
You got to look at this from a nuanced standpoint. Okay,
Right.
Alex is indigenous. Alex has a right to protect their community from people trying to pretend to be in their community, right? And so we have to be respectful of the fact like there's a vested interest to out people who are faking something like that in order to get into that type of space, which happens all the time. We've seen it happen all the time, right? And on the flip side, Liz is correct that we should only say something like that out loud if there's actual evidence of it, Alex. And so I don't think either of you are wrong. Alex, I think you're fully entitled to fucking look into it. Absolutely look into it because we've seen this on prior lives where you have actual concrete evidence. You know, it can obviously be harmful to say that someone is not part of an identity unless you actually know for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And like
But
I
like,
said,
there's a
like,
middle ground here. Like, we don't have
I
to
do
always be fighting.
apologize. I wasn't coming. So like I said, once I am set up at work and I've, I'll send Echo what I need to in the Discord pertaining to what I said about this person's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
will
know
send it.
you can
Like I
share
said,
stuff to me.
because currently we're in the fight of our fucking lives here in Aotearoa, and yeah, everyone would know that. Everyone would know that if they just took 2 minutes to see what's going on in our country.
Yeah, I think it's just about being careful. That's all, Alex. I think it's just about having it vetted because obviously he's really indigenous, right?
Yeah.
And like that's just like unless they can back it up, that's wrong. And so I think that's where people were coming from. That's all.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I apologize.
Can I say something, please? So I just want to make it very clear that the reason I came up here is because, Alex, I don't know you, and no one else, like Bun and everybody, they didn't know you either. So I was just a little bit concerned about the fact that, you know, you yourself said that they were dangerous. And like I said, I don't like Maddie, I don't like Petty, I don't like Nerdy, but I am not going to put women in danger simply because I think that they do fucked up things. And I was genuinely concerned about them being in potential danger, not because I think that you specifically are gonna like put a hit out or some shit like that. Because you said that they had connections here in the US and that they are dangerous. So I just wanted to make that clear that I was just trying to make sure that there's not women being put in danger because I don't fuck with that. Raise your voice at me. There's no reason to scream at me. You can just drop me. It's fine.
Well, I did, so
I know you did, and I'm just telling you that there's no reason to do that.
then maybe next time listen to a mod when they're trying to make a point.
Or just be a better mod. I don't know what to tell you.
I think we just need this to be had there. Like, yes, people don't know Alex. I know Alex. We need to not cause harm and only speak on stuff we actually know. So if we know for sure that they're not in.
They love to cause division. They love to cause.
Yeah, but the thing is Kat just wanted to clarify, and that was all Kat was trying to do. And she wanted to finish that point before anybody else interrupted because Kat had already been in
TikTok names just purely to keep them out of my space because I've got a lot of whānau, a lot of family in here, a lot of my Māori brothers and sisters, but not only that, my Aboriginal brothers and sisters, Native American brothers and sisters, Black brothers and sisters. I've got so many that I want to keep this person out of all spaces and echo.
Because like I said, Donk, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, Alex has been great at giving the cultural context around like the whole situation. That's why I've been counting on Alex to be around and support us for it. Because again, the representation there, it's not our culture to understand. So y'all know how that goes. I'm preaching to the crowd here, to the choir.
Yeah. So I completely understand why you want to protect your culture and your race. And I completely understand that. I'm all for you and I'll help you any way that I can. My only thing is I just don't want us to say that this person.
As I said, I will send what I've got to Echo, like I said, and like most people in the comments are right, and this is what I was trying to pertain to when I was trying to finish my sentence before, is that a lot of this is an opinion from certain people who, like myself, recognise that certain tattoo. And I truly am extremely busy at the moment. It's one of the busiest weeks in my town at the moment. We're celebrating our Māori culture. We've got a big festival on. So I'm quite busy, but when I can, I will send that through. I do have to hop off because, like I said, I have to get back to work. But I
just for so long, and
don't I know it? Don't I know it?
Exactly. So I don't want to see it keep happening. That's all. And I'm sorry for if I gave you attitude or if I came at you the wrong way.
No. Like I said, I can get quite angry on this topic. Echo knows that. I'm very protective. But yeah, and I apologize for bringing up the. See you later.
I also think that, like, I don't know if people are more left on this than me, but like, I think you need to be very careful in making accusations like that. But there's also a reality. People claim identities in order to escape accountability. We've seen people claim to be Romani when they're not Romani. We've seen people claim that they're non-binary when we have records of them literally saying the opposite. And so, like, there is this reality, and it's going to be very difficult for people on the left to confront, never saying someone is disabled. Just because you have a headache once a week, you don't get to call yourself disabled. Sorry, not sorry, right? And like when you then use that disabled, when you're being verbally abusive to someone and you say, oh, I'm sorry, I must be disabled, that's why I did it. People to get away with this shit, in my opinion.
I feel like that's
I do
such
agree.
a slippery slope, Irish.
So's another slippery slope. The other slippery slope is letting these horribly disgusting people use their identities to cloud the bad things that they're doing and then associate their bad actions with those identities. Like, faking these identities arguably harms people just as much as saying, hey, there may be a fucking issue here. And I'm not saying you need to say it publicly. Certainly not if you're just saying them publicly. But if I determine that they're true, yeah, of course I'm going to call it out.
Yeah, if I may, like, I don't necessarily disagree with you, and like, I do think that a lot of people use like identity politics to shield themselves from bad behavior. 100%. Will say on that is that honestly, whether they're indigenous or not really makes no difference right now for the whole Yahtzee salute.
The thing Alex was talking about is in Maori, with the Maori culture, there's this group of people that use their Maori indigeneity, and they also do this Yahtzee thing that they're blending it together and trying to hide stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what Alex was talking about. That's why it's like
Anything that they possibly can to continue being the victim. That's really the only thing that I'm like concerned about.
Hang on. You know what? I'm actually. I'll take the cancellation this week. Can we be so fucking for real for a moment? Okay, let's take a moment. Dunk is a white presenting, mass presenting man, right? There is no fucking way, no way he would be allowed in the vast majority of the spaces that he's in, but motherfucking for the fact that he says he is non-binary, and he says the virtue of proclaiming those two identities very loud and very proud, that he is considered somehow less dangerous than your average white dude. And
Oh,
so,
100%.
cancel the fuck out of me every time I hear someone state an identity where that identity is not something I can verify, and that identity gets you into a safe space. I don't motherfucking trust you. I'm not going to go on a
sorry to
live and say you're
interrupt.
a liar.
Dunk uses they them. Just want
They
to
them.
reiterate.
Sorry.
No, I don't disagree. Like they definitely those two identities are what puts them into these spaces with as well as the white women harem that they've created. They will also be using those identities to play victim in this. That's just my take because I know they're going to because I've watched them do it for 5 months now. That's all they do is just play victim every single time. They'll find anything that anyone says that's wrong. Like every single time someone in here has used he, him pronouns, they're going to say that that's proof that we're all bullshitting and blah, 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 blah. And that's just, yeah.
To anyone saying that their identity is irrelevant to their harm, you're not actually listening. It's not the identity, but the use of the identity. And this idea that we have to keep acting as though this has not happened multiple times is ridiculous. It's performative. It's performative at best. It's harmful at worst. Nicole, I don't know what you're saying. It's not my place. When have I said that Dunk is non-indigenous and or not non-binary?
Yeah, the problem is when you weaponize your identity to use it as a shield. And that's what Dunk has done numerous times in the past. And the questioning of them being indigenous is being presented by another indigenous Maori person.
His identity. Point blank, period.
No one is questioning their identity
Nicole,
at
you're a
this time
waste
that
of
was brought
space if
up.
you're not listening properly. That's not my issue. Go talk to a therapist or clean out your ears. I don't know what to tell you, Nicole. But Nicole, you're part of the problem. This performative leftism shit where you are not able to, it's not intentional, Nicole. I literally said they, them.
I don't think it's tired of that shit, just period. All the performative shit.
It's
I've never
exhausting.
I've never liked it. I fucking hated it. And I kept my mouth shut on it for a good chunk of the time I've been here, but it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
We love stabby Irish. Or sorry, pokey Irish.
Yeah, that was really just my only point is that they're gonna play victim no matter what. Because yeah, like I said, they weaponize that identity to scream at women. Many such cases. But alas, I digress. Many people love to put themselves into spaces just to scream at women and attack women. It's really fun.
Asmina can speak whenever they want. We make space for other people to be heard as needed.
I don't know. I think the whole situation is like very nuanced. Like that's the thing here. And like I do partially agree with Irish on the fact of like indigenous people have the right to call out pretendians. That is the reality, right? Like we can call out fake indigenous people within our communities because that is harmful. And when they use that identity as a shield to get into spaces, we can call that out, right? But also, like, I do agree with Liz's point of like, we can do that when there's evidence because indigenous erasure is also harmful. So I understand both sides of the playing field. And I also just think like I don't know. Maybe we should just be a little bit more delicate with our words in specific regards to that topic of Donk's indigeneity. If you're not indigenous, I think you should just watch your mouth a little, you know? No shade.
Right. And normally I would shut it down, but the only reason I let that conversation go is because I know Alex and I know Alex is indigenous from the same culture. So they're allowed to speak on their own culture.
What I'm saying is, like, they can do that.
Yeah.
But I think that other people just immediately jumping on that boat without anything else is a little just. Maybe don't do that just immediately. Maybe just don't do that immediately.
That's exactly my point.
Hmm.
That was exactly my point. Is like I understand why Alex was questioning their indigeneity. Like I completely get
mhm.
it. But at the same time, the majority of people in here are YT or YT presenting, and they're going to be upset about Donk doing Yahtzee signals and doing salutes, and they're going to go after them. And we don't want to see even more harm because, again, just like Alex said, from somebody's opinion before she dropped. That's exactly what she said. And we cannot take opinion as actual fact.
Agreed.
So
Just
until
because,
And
just
so
I
because,
hard agree with you, by the way, Liz. Just to be super clear, like I would have told Alex, super
Stop it,
appreciate this
guys.
is important to you, but until you
It's
know,
done talking.
don't share it.
It's
Yep.
been over done talking.
like, I know that everyone doesn't like Donk, and I don't like Donk more than the next bitch. Don't get it twisted, but Donk can still be a Schnazi and still be indigenous. That's a really harsh reality that I think you guys need to sit with. Is like two things can be true at the same time, and we don't have the full scope of the fucking situation. So I'm just telling people to watch their words. And I think it's really strange that all of you guys in the comments are losing your minds. That I'm just telling you to be mindful when you're potentially like participating in indigenous erasure. That's it. Like I do agree that Donk is a Schnazi and a predator and all these fucking things because I've been talking about this for months. So please don't get on me. I'm the wrong bitch to get on because I was one of the first people to call out Donk literally on this platform. Don't fucking do that.
100% agree, and thank you for that check. I stand with you on that. Also, how did my main account get the appeal approved, but my two other accounts did not?
I'm still bananaed, and I was just on panel. I didn't even say anything.
Oh Lord. I've missed you, Cat. Hi.
Hi. I'm about to be done again after this shit.
Fair, fair.
Echo,
Honestly, I woke up to this bullshit, so I get it.
Echo, without like doxing information, how old roughly is Donk?
I
Are
believe
they
I'm
over the age of
29.
30?
Over the age of
29.
30,
That
or
tracks.
roughly
Yeah.
30. Because wasn't that picture done when they were 18?
Yeah.
And that's what, 2012 or sometime?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit more
2013,
disturbed by the
2014.
fact that
Okay.
they are part of a group that shares the Snapchats of girls who are 15. Did you see that yet, Echo?
No.
Echo, come
Are you
on.
talking about
Have
the
I
group
taught
chat
you anything?
Facebook, Irish?
Listen, all this came out this morning, and I've been working
I've
while
been doing
doing.
it while I'm literally up here. I'll send it to you
Irish,
right now.
are you talking about the group that they follow on Facebook?
No. Wait, it is on Facebook. Is it what?
Is it one of the groups that they follow on Facebook?
Correct.
There's so many weird ones. That's not the
There's
only.
so many. I
There's
went through
so
every
many
single.
ones.
So,
No, there's
Echo,
so
for
many
the
good ones.
future, go through people's likes and follows because that's where you get to see the really weird shit. And there's one they follow where I accidentally sent a Snapchat in ninth year, and the first photo is. I'll send it to you right now, Echo. It's
Okay.
not, to be super clear, it is not child corn, but for an 18-year-old, I think it's incredibly inappropriate. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah.
Whatever alt account puzzler is, please get a grip. Whoever this is on your alt puzzler, please get a grip.
And no, their current behavior doesn't show anything about them redeeming themselves. They're still a predator. What? I don't care about any of this. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah. Also,
It's
like,
irrelevant. There's no accountability after this. There's just shame. Get out.
yeah, also, like, so at first when this happened, I was like, okay, like, this account is from 2014. Like, maybe they lost access and they can't get in. However, mind you, if I had photos like that up, I would fight grandmas in order to get on my account to delete that. But as soon as the call out live started, they went and started deleting these photos. So they had access the whole time to this account, and they
Yeah.
just left them there public.
Echo, feel free to share the group name while I edit the photo so it protects people.
So the group name is Year 9 Leaked Snapchats. We don't want nudes because those are gay. Haters gonna hate. Yeah.
Here or slower. No one cares if you're first. STFU.
So within that group, there's a potential that these grown ass men got inappropriate pictures from ninth graders.
Yes, they are pictures of MINORS. They are clothed. It is a Facebook group where they leaked Snapchats of 9-year-olds.
Of 9-year-olds?
Ninth grade.
Not ninth graders. Sorry,
Oh.
ninth graders, not 9-year-olds. Sorry.
But like, even like my the what? Sorry, my brain is like short wiring because like there's literally a potential that these people are taking screenshots and leaking these ninth graders like these ninth graders Snapchat pictures, but like they're sending the non-inappropriate ones, but there's a potential of actual what?
Yeah. Irish, I just can't share it from the device I'm
Do you
on.
think those edits are appropriate or are they not sufficient?
I think
Okay, is there some advocates with regard to like children who would like to look at a picture, which I think is appropriate to share as edited.
so
But
that Irish, that first one you sent me, where it shows the group name and everything, I think that is enough. But also, I'd like to see the screenshot saying Donk is in that group or following that group.
I can send that to you.
Okay.
But the
Well,
only issue is that it says their full name.
I honestly don't care at this point about the name.
Got you.
I just can't share stuff sent to me on this device, which is
I
why
just
I
shared it with you. I'll show the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, this got so much worse real quick. Just right there in like 2 seconds, that got so much worse.
You can big screen me. Look, I'm not even saying Petri behavior, right? It's just fucking like, again, when I was 18 or 19, I wasn't a schmatzy and I wasn't in groups like that. I don't think I was necessarily a perfect child, but I wasn't in that kind of stuff. So that is proof that that is Donk in the group, following the group. Okay, at the top, year 9 leaked snapshots. And then that's the description of the group. And the very first image, which I will share in my Discord right now. Echo, do you think it's appropriate? I think it's appropriate to share that image as redacted, right?
Yeah, it's redacted.
Can I share it with you so you can give me your feedback? Because I think it's appropriate, but I think the reason why we share this kind of thing is to show people the level of inappropriate, if that makes sense. So let me just share it with you, Kenna.
All right. I need water.
Is that Facebook page still active?
Not active.
No,
that
and that's
one.
why it's helpful, is that the last post is 2014.
It's not active like they're using it, but they do have access to it. because they went and deleted the first Yahtzee photo we found of them off their Facebook. They deleted that. They didn't delete the other one or the other account that they have
No,
on it.
Bun, they're talking about the year 9 leak snapshot. That's
Yeah, the
no
year
longer.
9. That's the one that
Yeah.
I'm talking
It
about.
hasn't been taken down, but it hasn't been posted to in 10 years unless they private it.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
think that's fine. I think that's fine.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, this is where, like, to me, it's inappropriate. That's literally the very first photo. And
That's
it's
weird.
just weird. That's really weird to me, personally. Like, I don't understand what the point of that group would be. To
Yeah.
share photos of 14 and 15-year-olds? I don't get it.
The page itself is giving me that they were a 14 or 15-year-old that made that page, and not understanding the dangers of the internet.
Yeah, probably. They're probably like exposing girls in their school.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, when you start getting 15,000 followers on your page, like it's time to start using some common sense, even if you are 15.
Exactly. Like that's where I was gonna get at, is like not understanding the dangers of the internet and having like weird adult ass people following this page.
All right. I think Dunk really deserves a proper live. Irish, are you doing live tonight or later this week on them?
Today's Monday. I mean, yeah, I'll probably do one on them.
Okay. I'm planning for 8 o'clock tonight. I'm going to get all the screenshots together and everything and host it from my computer so we can have a proper conversation. My Echo NB1 is approved. I will be on that one. There's a lot here. I think we need to look into Donk more because Donk and those groups with minors is concerning there on top of the Yahtzee stuff.
This is just like a public service of announcement. This live is not about Nate. Please do not bring Nate up in the comments.
The fuck?
Why the fuck? Why would you know what? Cool.
Did you share the photo of the dolphin?
Crazy work.
Oh yeah, everything's also been on the Reddit.
Okay.
I'm missing these.
My computer power button's not working.
This live is about Donk. This live is not about Nate. Again, just another public service of announcement. This live is about Donk. This live is not about Nate. Let's not bring up Nate.
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, Echo, what do you want me to do with the people that mentioned Nick? Because you know they're going to probably do it. So I just time them out for a bit or chuck them or...
Honestly, let them go. Just ignore it. They're just going to drive the live out more. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So just a quick recap before we go live tonight. We're talking about Donk. This is Donk on the right on this picture in the white shirt. We have found the Facebook groups. He is doing the Nazi salute. And we have linked it up. I can link it up because the tattoos match up what Donk has on their arm. That is the same tattoo Donk currently has on their arm.
And because this person calls themselves Donk.
Yeah.
Has Donk ever called themselves Uncle Donk?
Yes.
Yes.
Uncle Donk and Uncle Donk.
What is this Uncle Donk thing? Because he's been Uncle Donk since he was like 18.
Stop.
Yeah, it is a common name that they use on their social medias. They use Uncle Donk, and I'm assuming so. Back when they had this Facebook page,
But how do you get that, Kat? Is what I'm saying. How do you get the moniker Uncle at the age of 18?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Oh, yeah, no, I have no idea.
particularly
Yep.
odd.
The tattoo spells Donk.
Wait, did I miss that? No, it's not. That's what those words are?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I don't have to verify all that much then. I'm
Exactly,
sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know they branded themselves.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the white tea supremacists. Do you really?
Yeah, but usually it's a collective one shared amongst many people.
Oh, you're being too nice to them, Irish.
All right. I'm going to go step away, and I will be back in a couple hours getting everything together.
Please make sure to have an image of Donk with the co-conspirators. Petty
Yes.
Pagan, Nerdy, Maddie, because look, if you end up getting called out as something bad, I don't mind if people say, hey, maybe you should have.
Image is doing.
Real quick, I did speak to Kiza while all this was going down. Kiza has blocked and moved on from Donk as well. So that's three people.
Are they
that
also
blocked
moving on
and
from
moved
Maddie?
with Donk. Maddie is the one that I have concerns that they will not be consistent. So time will tell there. You know.
I'm also interested about Petty because Petty and Donk were like besties.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's definitely something I'm interested in, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Maddie do a live on Donk. If they're not performative, I want to see them call out their own damn friend. Thanks.
Yes.